Hi guys, happy Sunday. Mama Deb here. So I had no intention of cooking today. I was just gonna make a salad. Everything was gonna be totally cool, chill, because I had a lot going on today. But then this morning, saw this recipe online and I'm like, ooh, I have to try it. It is a caramelized onion chili crisp pasta. Never had it, never made it. Let's try it. Okay, this one, the recipe that I saw called for a couple of onions, which I have 2 yellow large. It did say we needed heavy cream, garlic, chili crisp, some Parmesan cheese, and heavy cream and parsley, if I haven't mentioned all of that. But then I started looking around and there's things we could do to make it a little bit better, I think. That's gonna be where I'm adding in the wine. There's a little bit of Dijon mustard and Worcestershire sauce. We've got fresh lemon, and then I've got some garlic powder, paprika, black pepper, and Italian seasoning. And then I'm gonna put in some mushrooms and shrimp to make it an over-the-top dish. Hopefully this works out. Let's get going. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is slice the onions because these onions are gonna have to go low and slow. So somebody told me, don't slice it with the rings. You wanna slice it this way. It's supposed to work better. Not with the slicer, but with the recipes. Who knows? But I'm gonna listen to them. I am just gonna take my little slicer here, that again, I say is just fantastic. I'm just going to show you how fantastic it is. Now, if anybody's keeping time, I'm not. It hasn't been that long of a time, but I have already almost completed slicing up my first onion. Look, it is just coming down. It is almost done. I'm going to try not to slice my fingers. There's actually a tool for this I should probably use, but look at that. I'm going to stop it right there. I'll do just this. And I have been known to cut myself in the kitchen, so let's try not to do that. Not fun, but look at that. That onion is sliced. Check it out. Couldn't be easier than that. I'm gonna take this now and just put it in a pan and slice the other one. I'll be back. Okay, I have all the onions in the pan. I'm gonna turn the heat on. It's supposed to be to a low medium, so mine is electric, so it's, goes up to 10, so I'm sticking mine on 3. It said you should put salt in here because this is gonna help caramelize the onions, if that's what they said. I don't mind giving it a shot. I don't know how much, a couple of tablespoons. So then butter, I've got this butter here. I forgot to put that in my ingredients. I would say this is about 3/4 of a stick. It's a weird shaped one that I got from Costco. It's their Kirkland grass-fed butter. And then olive oil. I'm gonna put some olive oil on here. Let's say that was 1/4 of a cup. 1/4 of a cup for you recipe people. So I am going to just stir this a little bit so the oil goes in to the onions and kind of coats them. This now is going to sit here cooking at least 40 minutes, maybe longer. The trick to get these things caramelized is not to go fast, it's to go slow. And this is good because it's going to give me time to do some other stuff. Okay, the onions are just cruising right along. I don't know when I put them on, but they smell delicious. They certainly are not caramelized yet. I turned it up a little bit and I forgot to turn it down because I just wanted to get that butter and the oil started. So now I'm back down to the 3 that I said I was going to leave it on. Then in the meantime, what I'm adding, which was not in this recipe, I'm going to put some mushrooms in here. So I'm gonna just get these ready to go. Again, I saw somebody online that was talking about making this better than the original, and I'm gonna go for that. This is going to be my meal for a couple of days, so I can't believe I'm actually even eating pasta. I had no intention of. I just kind of went through that lasagna thing like a week or so ago. Gave the rest away. I was so pastaed out, and yet here I am again making some pasta. Who knew? I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Trick with the mushrooms, if you want them to come out really good, is try to separate them like this and leave them sit there without flipping them. I'm going to put a little bit more olive oil on here to get those to cook. Turn that down to medium. I'm going to let these sit here in the pan probably about 5 to 7 minutes. I'll keep an eye on them before I flip them. But as you see, they're all layered in the pan flat, except for this one. Let's get those guys flat in there. So they'll get a nice kind of color on one side. Should be good. Okay, it's been a couple of minutes. They're sizzling away, so I want to kind of check them out. Oh, they're looking nice. Just want to make sure nothing's burning, because you never know. Just going to shift them around a little bit more. Nothing burning. I want them to get just a little crispy-ish, not burnt. I'm going to let them sit another minute or so. Okay, let's check these out. I think I'm going to flip them no matter what. There we go. They're all, I don't know if you can tell by the picture or not, but they've got like a little bit of brownness to them, which is exactly what we're going for. Not burnt, just a little brown. Let me flip these around and then I'll show you one. Eep. Oh, that was obviously flipped. You can tell because it's a little brown against the white ones. This has only taken a few minutes. And again, I'm just doing this while the onions are sitting there doing their thing. Since that's going to take a while, a little prep work is good to keep it all moving. I also have some broccolini going as a side dish. But see, this has got a little bit of brownness to it. I don't know if I'm in the camera. Oh yeah, there I am. There you go. That's what we're going for. I'm going to let these cook on the other side before I take these out. And then I'm going to use the same pan to do the shrimp because, you know, save pans. Don't clean so much. Okay, mushrooms are looking good enough to me. I'm going to take these out. They're cooked, but they're not mushy. They're going to be delicious. Just going to put these in this little bowl here. Put them on the side. We'll add them in later. I'm not actually going to put the mushroom, well, I may put the mushrooms into the sauce, but I'm not going to put the shrimp in. I don't like to put seafood into pasta sauce unless you're going to eat it all up in that first day. If not, it gets a little fishy. So now I have cleaned my shrimp. I have taken off the tails and I've deveined them. I bought wild shrimp. That's the way I like them. I'm not really, I don't know. I don't want a dog farm fresh or farm shrimp. I know that, you know, they're at a good price point nowadays. As a matter of fact, I could have gotten the farm shrimp half the price that I bought these. But I have seen how fish and shrimp are farm raised, and I'll take a pass. I've done it, but today I was bougie, I guess. I'm putting a little bit of just Costco lemon pepper on here. No salt, just pepper. Using the oil, same oil that I used for the mushrooms, which was olive oil. Shrimp does not take long to cook. As you can see, it's gonna cook really fast. Again, I'm just getting this pre-ready, so when I'm ready to start really making the pasta sauce, I can just roll. Takes only a couple minutes to cook the shrimp, so I'll do that. I'm sure you guys can do this at home yourself. So when you cook shrimp, they do cook fast, but you don't really want to overcook them or undercook them. If you overcook them, that's when you get those nice, tough, kind of chewy shrimp. But if you undercook them, you get the raw side inside. So always take a look at the side. Like this here needs a little bit of cooking. You can see some gray in there. You want it to be cooked all the way through. but not overcooked so it's chewy. So these guys have just a little bit more time. In the meantime, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to take half a lemon and I'm going to squeeze it on top. Give these things a nice lemony flavor, which I hope is going to complement what we're doing in the sauce that I've never had before. I mean, it can't hurt, right? It's not going to hurt. Lemon is a flavor enhancer, so these shrimp are becoming enhanced. They're all looking good now, so I'm just going to take this off the stove. I'm going to put them in a little bowl, and I'm going to have them sit here until we are ready to start with the onions. All right, this is taking longer than I thought, but that's okay because it's 5:15. I have time, and I want this to be good. So these have been now cooking for about an hour. They are jammy, but we want them to get that kind of brownish color. Not burnt, but brown. So I am going to continue. I've been stirring them every few minutes. I set the timer for about 5 minutes and then walk away. They're getting thicker now, so I'll probably set the timer to 4 minutes and walk away and then just come back. In the meantime, I boiled water, turned it off, but it's pretty hot, so when I'm ready to start the pasta, as I'm working the sauce, the pasta can cook. We'll work the sauce together and hopefully it'll come out great. It really has been easy. I'm just waiting for the onions. I don't know, guys. I'm over it. I'm over trying to get these things to be brown. They're jammy enough for me. They've been sitting here. They are definitely caramelized. They just don't have that golden color, and I don't care anymore. So I am going to continue on doing what I'm going to do, which is first putting in some garlic. Again, you can put a couple cloves in. I am a garlic lover, so I'm going to not only have this garlic in here, but I'm going to have the garlic with the chili crisp. Won't be luckily sitting close to anybody at work tomorrow because I have my own little cubby section, so no breathing on anyone. Benefit of being single, I can eat as much garlic as I want to. So I'm going to let the garlic sit in there for about a minute. Just going to get this going, stirring on up till it, ooh, you can smell it. It is smelling good. Getting a little fragrant. Oh my goodness, there is nothing better than the smell of onions and garlic, I tell you. It is good stuff. So that's nice. Just gonna give it a little bit more time. And then we're gonna add some wine. I got a Pinot Grigio. This is, if I'm gonna cook with wine, a white wine, this is kind of, I don't know why I always go to the Pinot Grigio. I like this. How much to add in? I don't know, 1/4 of a cup, maybe, something like that. And now we're gonna let this, whoops, gonna turn this up just a little bit because I'm really done waiting for it. And I'm gonna let this kind of cook and let the alcohol kind of burn out of it, a couple of minutes, and then we'll come back. Okay, so it's been a couple of minutes. Alcohol's hopefully kind of cooked out of there. There was a couple things I forgot to put in my goodie bag list that was supposed to go in here. Some soy sauce is the first one. This was part of the original recipe. You know how I said I was going to make this a little bit zhuzhy? They said, I don't know, about a teaspoon of soy sauce is going to go in there. We're going to add about a teaspoon of honey, popping it in there. This again, this is part of the original. What I had seen to make it just a little bit better is a little blop of Grey Poupon, maybe just like a hit. We're not doing a lot, just a little. We don't want to turn this mustardy. Just a just a couple blobs. And then same with the Worcestershire sauce. I'm just gonna put a little bit in there. This is supposed to elevate us, and we want to get elevated. So we're elevated now, hopefully. Again, I've never had it, so this is just gonna be the way that I'm making it. So this is now just gonna mix this in. Smells good. And now I'm gonna put in spices. We're gonna put in some Italian seasoning. Let's say a tablespoon. We're gonna put in some pepper, teaspoon. Put in some paprika. Whoops, tablespoon, I guess. And then we're gonna put in, oh, we have garlic. I'm putting a little bit more garlic in. Why not? A little garlic powder. Because we're doing it. So now, that's that part. In the meantime, I've got the pasta going. I decided to go with a linguine. They said, you know, you can do any pasta you want, but I decided to go with a linguine. Gonna just kind of mix this up real quick. Smells good, for sure. Okay, gonna turn this down just a little bit. Now I'm gonna add in some heavy cream. This is gonna be about, I don't know, half a cup, maybe? I'm gonna mix that in, see how this is looking. Pretty, looking good. Put a little bit more in, why not? It's a pasta sauce. So, I'm gonna let this sit for just a little bit. I'll keep an eye on it. May end up putting in some more, who knows? I got about 8 minutes left on my pasta. So our timing is perfect on this thing. Gonna keep an eye on this once you put, you know, milk in there, any sort of milk. You don't want it to burn. So we're gonna make sure we're not burning it. Putting things away, I like to kind of cook and put away at the same time. Okay. And then one of the things that we also need to do, which we can't forget the important part, is the cheese. We got cheese, people. So I've got 2 different types of cheeses. Well, I guess 3 technically. Parmesan. And the one that I have is a Parmesan Fontina Tuscan Reserve Blend. This one's shaved. I like cheesy. Get some cheese in there. And then I like an Asiago. Now I should have, if I was gonna be really bougie like I said I would have done this all fresh, because fresh is better. I don't know, I think I just put about a cup of cheese in there. So hopefully that's what it needed, because that's what it's got. So now we're gonna have I'm gonna keep an eye on this. I'm gonna keep stirring this. I've got about 6 more minutes on my pasta. So I'm gonna turn off the camera because you guys know what I'm doing. I'm just now stirring this so the cheese melts. So we'll be back. Okay, so I did put a little bit more milk in there because it was getting kind of cheesy. But now here's the fun part. This is the chili crisp part, because this is chili crisp pasta, right? Oh, that's the homemade chili crisp that I made. God, it's been good. I'm gonna have to make some more. I've been putting it on popcorn. Oh my God, it's just so good. Oh, and it's gonna give this lovely color. Check this out, it added a little redness to it. This is looking fantastic. I'm gonna keep stirring it. Hang on, I gotta take a little taste. Let's see what we are. We are gonna add some pasta water into here, so it'll thin it up a little bit. Oh, that tastes delicious. That is good. Oh, I forgot. I'm gonna add in my mushrooms too. Perfect time. put these babies in there. Just a couple of them. I probably should have done more now that I'm looking at the sauce, but who knew? Again, first time, never made it. Live and learn. So I used 3 mushrooms. If I was gonna make this much sauce, I'd probably go up to 5. But just gonna stir. My timer for my pasta is showing about 3 more minutes. So I'm gonna just hang out here for them. Okay, pasta needs just a little bit more time. So at this point, I'm gonna put in my fresh parsley, and I did have some basil that I put in there as well. Get this in here. Add some pretty color. I like things when they've got color to them. Always makes me happy. So this is looking fantastic. Pasta is about done. I'm gonna test one noodle. Always gotta test a noodle first. Let's see. You always gotta make noises too as you're trying to fish it out. So that was my get a piece of pasta noodle thing. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. Rinsing it off in the sink, seeing if it's done. Perfectly cooked. Okay. I'm just gonna take this, turn this off. Since we're using pasta water anyhow, I'm not rinsing anything. I'm just dropping this pasta right into the sauce. Any water that's on it is supposed to be there. No rinsing, no draining, no nothing. Just going right on in. Hope this is gonna be good because I'm eating it for the next few days. Should be. Looks good. I really did want to do a Caesar salad. I am going to be making you guys a Caesar salad because I make one heck of an awesome homemade Caesar dressing, which was my plan for today. But for those of you that know me, I am easily manipulated, and this was one of those times. So I'm going to put a little bit of pasta water in here. Just to kind of thin it up a little bit. And it's looking beautiful. I'm going to turn off the heat. I'm going to put this on a plate, put some shrimp on top of it, and we'll give it a taste in just 1 second. Okay, the one thing I forgot to do is squeeze a little lemon on it at the end. So I squeezed a little on here. I put some on the pasta. I've got my shrimp in there. I did a little broccolini. I have some chili crisp that I put on top. A little bit more of the Asiago. Let's give this a taste. Again, first time, have no idea what I'm getting myself into. That's good. Now, I don't know if I would have put the honey in there. There is a slight sweet taste, obviously, because you're caramelizing the onions. I'm not a super big sweet person. I like things more savory. So, still good. But if I made this again, I wouldn't add the honey. I think the caramelized onions is going to bring enough sweetness into it. I like it. Give it a try. It really wasn't that hard. I mean, the hardest part was waiting for those flippin' onions to cook. Everything else was just waiting, simple, easy, delicious. Happy Sunday.